Now, the next speakers that I want to introduce to you, we're talking about payment, no longer viewed as a transactional function, but a revenue accelerator, all right? So, I have been in this segment of a business where I actually do a sales outsourcing to provide services for software companies, to reach out to the banks in Philippines. So, and this is one segment which I recently learned the past half a year, and I realized that the importance of connecting the dots and also be able to implement, with all the different payment model. So, this payment solution for business of all sizes, okay? So, I'd like to now share with you about what we're going to learn today is about leveling up your retail cross-border payment strategy. Okay, so I've searched a little bit about Nuvei, and interestingly, that it actually helps you to increase sales conversion. When I shop online, I hate it when I cannot complete my payment because the selection for me to buy like 100 over items, and then I need to make a payment and it got stuck. That's the worst thing happened to any consumer. All right, and then in the end, transaction cannot get through and my time is up and I've decided to just cancel the entire order. So make sure all your payment system is in place, right? So this is crucial, all right? And of course, it reduces also operation costs and flexible as well for the consumer and also the person who actually runs the e-commerce platform. Now, let me just introduce to you our speaker for this afternoon. Well, he is a seasoned senior enterprise sales executive with over 15 years of extensive experience in e-commerce and fintech enterprise technology. Currently, spearheading enterprise sales at Nuvei in APAC across enterprises and industries. Pablo's main focus is aiding merchants in Singapore increase their revenue through innovation and of course, cross-border payment solutions. In addition to enhancing payment performance through payment orchestration and also provide specific local alternative payment methods tailored to the region. Combined with his extensive e-commerce experience, Pablo is well suited to provide a comprehensive solution to complex points retailers face in their daily operation. So this sums up that, every day of our life when we are running a business e-commerce platform, you need to have seamless payment system as well as, problem-free payment system. So I'd like you to put your hands together for this person. He is the Senior BD of E-commerce Lead Nuvei, Mr. Pablo Cheleon Sarmiento. Please come forward. Yeah. Thank you. There you go.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you, everyone? Thank you, Rhinosis team, for having us today, this afternoon, inviting us to present about Nuvei. As you know, my name is Pablo, and today I'll be talking about how can you level up your payment cross-border operation. So there are a couple takeaways that I want you to take from today's presentation, and these are four. One, what is Nuvei? Yes, I'll be very unhappy if you walk from this presentation without knowing what exactly Nuvei does. Second one is how can you leverage your direct-to-consumer strategy with cross-border. The third one is I'll be sharing you a success case that we have from one of the largest fashion online retailers and how we have helped them increase their revenue. And the fourth one, I'll be sharing you a payment success playbook that we have done directly with IDC and Nuvei. Before I start, I would like to show you a video from one of our investors that has a special message for you today.
Every great tech company has a big, overblown video about its purpose in the world. So, as an investor in Nuvei, a global technology company based right here in Canada, I decided we needed one too. Just more candy. Hit it! It's about technology. It's about the future. It's about teamwork. It's about routine. It's about moose. It's about
Did anyone here know that Ryan Reynolds was our investor before today's presentation? Probably you've heard about him in the past couple months. But he is indeed our investor, and he is helping us expand our message across the globe. So what is Nuvei? Yes, it's more than a Canadian technology company. We're actually a global Canadian technology company that does payments and very focused in payments. What I mean by global is that we're also a public company. So Nuvei was founded 20 years ago. We've been public, trading our stocks in NASDAQ for the past 2 years, and we're present basically everywhere. Our main operation is focused on not only the Americas, Europe, but also here in APAC. Our headquarters is based here in Singapore, and we are helping retailers from Asia to expand their operation across the globe. We have, as a payment company, we are also an acquirer. So we have 47 different type of acquiring licenses, which allows us to process and settle payments locally. We are also, and this is one of the main differentiators about any other payment company, we have APMs, 600 plus, 615 if I'm not mistaken, different type of APMs. And APMs is the way retailers should be addressing their consumers when they are going cross-border. What are APMs? These are alternative payment methods. So basically, all of these retailers that you see here are not only processing credit cards, but they're also processing payments through e-wallets, account-to-account, bank transfers, you name it, yes? Some of them even crypto. How can we help them do their cross-border operation? It's because now and more often, consumers are moving away from standard or traditional credit cards, and they are adopting the digital wallets or the different payment methods that you see nowadays, even more in Southeast Asia. So there's a study we've done this year with IDC, and it has found three interesting facts about what is happening today in the retail space. One of them is that payments is the key way that retailers are moving their strategy forward in gaining more customers or expanding their business. The second one is that companies are looking into insights. Yes, we've been talking about CDPs during the morning. I think in the afternoon, CDP will continue to be a topic. How can the insight or behavior of retailers or consumers tell us what type of payments we should be giving consumers and what is the financial health of our operation? And the third one is scalability, reliability, support. How can this become your main competitive advantage when you're looking into payments? And by flexibility is when you're selecting your payment gateway, how is this payment gateway or payment processing company allowing you to have the flexibility and localization for you to have local payment methods in each region that you're operating? You probably know about Warby Parker, Casper, and Tesla, but I'm not here to talk more about them. I'm more here to talk a little bit about what other retailers are doing in their direct-to-consumer operation. We have the case of Adidas. Oh, by the way, Singapore market is around $9 billion USD, and it has been only increasing the past years. And Adidas, just Adidas, is expecting by 2025 to be $10 billion in their e-commerce operation. In their whole operation. And e-commerce today is around 50%, and the 80% of their growth is just coming from their e-commerce operation direct to consumer. So I know we have marketplaces. I know we have apps. I know we have our .coms. I'm not saying you should move away from marketplaces. I'm actually saying how can you empower your direct to consumer, your brand.com? And there are many ways. But what role does payments have in direct to consumer? It's not only processing credit cards, but it's also allowing consumers to use local payment methods. So imagine a global brand coming to Singapore and only accepting credit cards. What happens to those consumers that wishes to pay with PayNow, wishes to pay with GrabPay, ShopeePay? What happens with that consumer that's trying to buy a product in the Philippines, like Gloria just mentioned, and doesn't have GCash? they're not able to close that transaction because credit cards are only predominant in Singapore and Malaysia. Once you move away from those regions, it's the e-wallets, the alternative payment methods, the way to go to be able to capture that consumer. Buy now, pay later. This is a preferred payment method of the Gen Z. If you're a fashion brand and you're trying to have Gen Zs as your consumers and you're not offering buy now, pay later, I think you're missing one way of gaining this type of consumer. Second one is easy returns and refunds. Fast payments, it's becoming a thing. More and more you see retailers aiming and wanting to have fast payments as part of their offering for the consumers. And that's not only for the merchant to receive faster payments into their ledger, but also to get consumers their money back to them in a faster way. We have local currencies and settlements. If you're a global company, obviously you may have some local subsidiaries and you want to be able to settle those payments in local currencies. And lastly, compliance and regulation per region. Yes, this is non-negotiable. You have to be compliant in every single region that you operate, and you need a partner that helps you understand what are the local regulations in each of these markets. So from this study, we have understand that merchants should do 4 different things. One of them is subscriptions. Are you able to provide subscriptions globally to your customers? Maybe they need to buy white T-shirts every so often, or socks, or if you are in the FMCG, maybe you need to buy some type of milk powder every so often. Are you allowing your customers to be able to purchase regularly your products? Buy now, pay later. If you're not using it right now, you should, if you're aiming for Gen Z. Third one is e-wallets. This is just a small example, yes? We have 615 of these. The likes of PayPal, SaloPay, Alipay, WeChat, GrabPay should be a no-brainer. You need to have this type of local payment methods as part of your offering to be able to address better your consumer. And lastly, social commerce. I think there's going to be some presentation about social commerce. How can you, from a live streaming, go directly to the checkout? How is that payment company being able to integrate and be embedded in your experience and provide you the capability to go directly to the checkout without being so cumbersome, without having to log in, put in your details, put in your information? How can you do that seamlessly? You should be thinking about this. And so, in the theme of thinking about this, when you have to choose your partner, these are some questions you as a merchant should be thinking about in order to select the partner. Where do you operate? Where should you expand? What are the channels you are prioritizing? So this could be online, offline, this could be app purchase, this could be pop-ups. What payment methods are the most popular? Okay. I'm not saying you need 615 payment methods. I'm just saying that you need to be able to understand which are the most popular and which are the most common for you to have part of your e-commerce operation. Then what is the ability to scale in your direct-to-consumer strategy? And then what are the payment platform that is API-based and flexible? Why flexibility again? Flexibility because you want a payment platform that does not lock you in and does help you use other solutions out there in the market in combination with the payment platform that you're using. And these are the questions you should be asking the partner. Yes? How easily can you scale and add more payment methods? How reliable your service and support is? I've had some customers in the past months that have told me their payment processing company has never visited them, has never even done a QBR with them. And these are the things you should be asking them. Are you going to come in physically, not through Zoom, physically to my office and do these type of rituals continuously to help my business grow? Can you add providers easily? And I'll explain why add providers easily in the next slide. How can you help me improve my approval rates? How can you support my international growth? What is the level of the fraud management and data protection? This is very relevant. I've been having some conversations about fraud during lunchtime, and this is a big pain point for a lot of merchants. They're losing a lot of money through fraud. And the last one, what are your advanced reporting and analytics capabilities? So, as I promised, the third point is a success case, yes. This is an online fashion brand, cannot say names, but this brand is coming out from Asia, going worldwide, and they're selling fashion clothing. And they are processing more than half of the volume through Nuvei. So how has Nuvei helped them expand in their cross-border operation? 3 things: smart routing, partial approval, decline recovery. In English, smart routing. We play nice with all the different providers. So connecting Nuvei as an acquirer, but connecting other acquirers through Nuvei, yes? And moving those transactions through the acquirer that provides me the acceptance rates. If it's not Nuvei, we will send it through another acquirer. Yes, it's a competitor, but we're not here to not give business to competitors if that benefits my customer. So we will do this because it benefits my customer. So we are routing these transactions across different acquirers, and that has made our customers have over 93% of acceptance rate. Decline recovery, this happened to my wife the other day. She was making a purchase online, and the transaction did not get approved. And that's it, did not get approved. What Nuvei does is it does not get approved, but then it opens a box and tells you, why not pay with PayPal? Why not pay with GrabPay? Why not pay with Alipay? Why not? Why not do this? Yes, if you know, we know that through those payment methods, the transaction will get approved. And that's how we're helping this merchant get those partial decline recoveries. And partial approvals, sometimes we have customers, they have in their bank account $80, they're making a purchase of $85. We tell them, because we know you don't have enough funds, take out one item from your shopping cart and close the transaction. It'll go through, instead of just losing the $80. So these are different methods we're using at Nuvei to help you as a retailer being able to optimize your e-commerce operation. Obviously, we have a authentication suite and a fraud management. Now, these are modular, so you don't need to be using these features out of the box. If you have your own fraud management system, you can connect it in the backend. If you have your own KYC, eKYC, you can connect it in the backend. You're not locked in. It's only a benefit of you being able to be more modernized. So what did we achieve? We reduced substantially the decline of insufficient funds. We also increased the conversion rate. We enhanced the customer experience. And lastly, we also gave a solution that's easy to be used in desktop and also mobile. As part of my ending of my presentation, we have done this study with IDC that has many more insights. Fortunately, I'm running out of time. However, I would like you to take a snapshot of the 7 different ways you can, it's a payment success playbook you as a retailer can take. These are 7 different recommendations you can use in your own business. But of course, if you need more detail, and if you need larger explanation, you can always download this study. It's been a pleasure being with you this afternoon. If you're interested in this study, please feel free to download it. Else, Gwen and I from the Nuvei team are here in booth number 5, and we're very happy to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much.